Ferrari has had a very illustrious Le Mans racing history, scoring all-out victories in 1949, 1954, 1958, and 1960 through 1965. But then Ford happened, and Ferrari never won Le Mans again. Ferrari would eventually abandon prototype-level racing at the end of 1973, and has since never returned. 45 years later, in 2018, the top prototype racing class at Le Mans, LMP1, had imploded. Out-of-control costs and an exodus of teams left Toyota as the only major manufacturer for 2019. The ACO and FIA responded by creating a new racing category to entice the major manufacturers back to top-level prototype racing. The new class would be called the Mans Hypercar, or LMH, and to make it more appealing than LMP1, it would be 75% cheaper and would also allow for free-engine architecture with unlimited cylinders and the choice of turbocharged or naturally aspirated design. The cars would also require the use of a 270 horsepower electric motor powering the front wheels. Here's a short promotional video from Peugeot showing the power architecture of an LMH race car. And possibly best of all, LMH would require manufacturers to produce 25 street-legal versions of their race cars. When LMH was first announced, numerous manufacturers, including Ferrari, formally expressed an interest, but given Ferrari's then 45-year-long absence from prototype racing, their announcement was taken with a grain of salt. Then 3 years later, in February of 2021, Ferrari released the following teaser video on numerous social media sites. And then they put the following announcement on their website, accompanied by this message from their president, John Elkann. It is unknown if Ferrari already has a car in the works. We know they've been considering LMH since 2018, so they've had 3 years to begin work on a vehicle. And several heavily camouflaged advanced test mules have been spotted over the last couple years, but it is unknown if these are LMH prototypes, or prototypes for a LaFerrari successor, or possibly both. Since Ferrari expressed an interest in LMH back in 2018, plenty of digital artists have been sharing their ideas of what a Ferrari hypercar prototype might look like. So what does Ferrari's return to top-level prototype racing mean for the sport? A lot. And all of it is good. Obviously, the whole point of automotive racing is to compete. And competition breeds competition. Only 4 teams committed to the inaugural season for LMH in 2021. Toyota, Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus, Coles, and Alpine. The addition of Ferrari will create a ripple effect that will have more manufacturers competing in LMH in the future, which will in turn help to secure that racing class for years to come. And Ferrari is exactly the kind of competitor that prototype racing needs. Their fervor heightens the excitement of the sport, and they inject a level of passion and beauty into everything they do, which is something that was missing from LMP1, as the cars all became sterile and awkward-looking clones of each other. Because Ferrari doesn't just want to win, they want to win with style and beauty. And this was evident in every car they raced at Le Mans. Except for this one. This is the 312 PB that Ferrari raced from 1971 to 1973. And it looks like something somebody made in shop class. But everything else they've done has been beautiful, and some of these Le Mans race cars have been selling for upwards of $40 million. And probably the most important thing Ferrari will be bringing to Le Mans Hypercar is their fans. Ferrari is one of the most popular brands on the globe. Virtually anywhere you go in the world, there will be Ferrari fans. And just like the brand, they are passionate and exciting people. They are also people who are ready to show up and have a great time cheering for their favorite team, whether they win or not. And more fans means more revenue, and more revenue means more racing. The addition of Ferrari to LMH guarantees an exciting season for 2023. And over the next year, we can look forward to the appearance of numerous LMH test mules and eventually a reveal. We will also see more companies commit to LMH over the next 2 years, and before we know it, the 2023 racing season will be here.
Thanks for checking out this video. For more automotive content that you can't find anywhere else, click below to subscribe to this channel.